There's a lot of information out there about how infants and children and humans develop. The most important information is that they develop over time and in their own time. So yes, there are milestones that are typical, and there's an average age for certain milestones, but there's also a very broad range that is perfectly normative that you can be in, and it has nothing to do with later outcomes. For example, whether you start walking at 9 months or 16 months, you're doing the same thing, and it's not like one of those kids is gonna be a better athlete. There is something about development that feels very linear, but there's often a lot of things that happen in development where one thing gets a boost, and because of that, another thing gets a little less focused and maybe even regresses. Rather than thinking of development like this, you want to think of development like this, so that you don't drive yourself crazy, and so that you understand there's going to be some changes, some variation, and that you definitely don't want to look at your neighbor to gauge how your child is developing. Because if you look for very even, clear markers, it will throw you into a panic constantly. So it's very important to imagine that development happens in wild ways, in different ways for every child, with some guides that help you understand if, wait a second, there's a little bit of a red flag, this hasn't happened yet in this broad range of when it could happen. Maybe we need to seek support or get another opinion. And it still might be totally fine because they're human beings.